Good morning. So yesterday my wife and I went for just a short hike or little walk at our favorite swamp trail, the Crew Bird Rookery Trail. And we went there and had lunch in the parking lot before going for a hike, and I happened to have a fishing rod with me and was just having some casts in a little pond out in front. And there was a bunch of Oscars. There were a bunch of Oscars that were chasing the lure that I had on there but wouldn't fully commit to it. And I want to go catch some of them and make them for dinner tonight. So I'm going back over there now. I've got my fly rod with me. I think I might have a better chance of landing one or two with the fly rod. So let's see how it goes, and hopefully this will be a catch, clean, and cook. It's not going to show up on the camera, but in that clearing over there, there's a pretty big alligator with his nose pointed away from me. So I'm going to try not to cast there. I think that was a cichlid. It was taking a look. I got one bite from I'm pretty sure it was a cichlid earlier. I'm not really targeting cichlids today, but a catch is a catch. I don't know, buddy. You're not that big. All right. All right. Well, my intent was to catch one of those and kill it and eat it, but that's the first one I've managed to land. He wasn't big enough to be I think a good meal for my wife and me. I need a couple of them that size, and I'm gonna let that, well, I did let that one go because I would hate for it to be the only one and I, waste a life for a light snack basically. So if I catch another one that big or bigger, I think that's gonna have to come home with me. If worse comes to worse, I definitely want to try these fish, because they're supposed to be delicious, but everything you read on the internet, every fish is delicious. So we'll see. But thank you, fish, for the catch. You live to fight another day. The good news is I'm starting to, I think, figure out how quick to retrieve the fly and what kind of action to use to get a response from them. I think I was moving it too fast before. There's one. Oh yeah, they're over there. That one looked big. Ah. Yeah, they're definitely over there. Ah. And they're definitely liking this fly now, so we might be having dinner after all. Ah. Yeah, they're just under the grass over there, I think. Conveniently right next to the alligator. Okay. All right, buddy. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Let's go get you on ice. I don't know how much of this I'm going to leave in this footage. But I have to say, I don't love killing things. However, I'm a meat eater, and I think it is important for us to realize that the meat that we eat is a fish or a pig or a cow or a deer or whatever, and it's not a package at the grocery store. And I think one way we can make ourselves stay aware of that is by harvesting it ourselves. So I don't love it, but it's that or be a vegan. Well, as unpleasant as that was, I'd like to get a second one to make sure that we have plenty. I'm not sure actually, is it better to kill 2 fish and perhaps end up with more meat than we can eat in one sitting? Or kill 1 fish and not get a full meal out of it? I don't know. Whatever I catch, if I catch one that big or bigger, I'll take it. That was terrible. That's what I want, is to cast right there at the edge and draw them out from the bushes if they're under the grass there, so to speak. Oh, yeah, there was one. So I'm not sure if I've maybe already said this elsewhere in this video, but the fish I'm fishing for is called an Oscar. It is an introduced, either accidentally or illegally introduced species. It's not, I think, technically invasive in Florida. Oh, hello there. Sorry. Jeez. It's not technically invasive. It's an aquarium fish that has been released into our native waters and has become a population. And they are a hard-hitting little fish. They're pretty fun to catch. I've read that they're second in popularity only to largemouth bass. I question, well, I don't know if their habitat here is more widespread than the peacock bass. Seems to me that peacock bass are the fish everybody wants to catch now. But anyway, these are fun to catch. And as I said, they're supposed to be delicious. just like everything else is supposed to be. I feel like I've been here before. Okay, it seems like an invitation. Yeah, sure was. Oh, is that a... I think that might be a little peacock bass. It is. You are not what I'm looking for, little buddy. Yeah, nice little peacock. Oop. Oh, Jesus. All right, don't fall in. Okay. All right, now you can go. Whew. Almost lost my fly. So, you remember that alligator? So the GoPro, as usual, failed. It wouldn't come on when I hit the button and point you at the canal. The gator is not there anymore. So he charged at me, not super aggressively, but I caught another Oscar. And as I was fighting it, I heard some splashing, and it was that gator coming. He was just coming to take the fish from me. He wasn't going to get me, but I got the fish out okay, and I decided that was a good enough reason to let that fish live another day. So he wasn't quite as big as the other one. I think I'm going to move down the canal a little bit, see if I can get one more, but not have to fight a gator for it. I don't know what's going on with this stupid thing. If anybody at GoPro ever happens to watch this, these cameras are the best cameras for this that there are, and they suck. Fix them. Okay, the GoPro is working again naturally. It's like literally the first time and hopefully the only time I've had an alligator actually sort of charging me. And naturally that's the one time the GoPro fails. So, all right, I'm gonna see if I can get one more. I've got about 15-20 minutes to close the deal here. Probably help if I get my line set up right. And then I gotta go pick up lunch and go grocery shopping and normal day-to-day life stuff. So let's see if we can do this. While we're just standing here chatting, I will point out that I was not in any real danger from that gator. I was up on a very elevated position. Where I am now is probably a little worse. Where I was, you know, he could have gotten to me theoretically, but pretty low likelihood. And again, he was not after me, he was after my fish. Probably the reason he did that is other people have allowed him. Oh boy, there's a bunch of them over here. Okay, this one might be dinner. Other people have allowed him to take their catch, and he's learned that that's an easy meal. So don't do that, people, because that's how people get hurt. Dogs get killed. Alligators have to be culled. I doubt very seriously that was coming through on video, but there's several good sized ones that were very aggressively charging this. So if I can close the deal before they figure out what's what, we'll be done. They may have figured it out already. And they're hard charging little suckers. I can see them coming up from the bottom for it. No, you're too small. I don't want you. Gotta watch where I'm standing. I just stood on a fire ant bed. That would not be pleasant. I don't know if you can hear the bees buzzing around me. There's a lot of bees pollinating flowers and doing me absolutely no harm at all. It's a little one over on this side that keeps going for it. I don't want him, her, it. A couple that were over there were good size. If I get one more big one, that'll be that for the day. Okay, I don't want to mess around too much because Mr. Gator. Hi. Jeez, I don't know, man. I'd really like one a little bigger than that. Go. I'm being a little bit picky, partly because I don't like killing things, as I may have mentioned a time or three. But it's going to be hard enough to fillet even a decent size one of these. And if I'm going to kill the thing, I want to get plenty of meat out of it. But hey, the good news is, when I was out here yesterday and I saw him chasing the paddle tail I was using, I predicted I could come out here and catch him on fly. And I was right. The fly I'm using, I don't know the name of it or the brand or anything. It's a little brown minnow with some red tracer in it. I know very little about fly fishing, so I might not be using the correct words. But anyway, it's a little brown minnow. And I have caught everything on this. I catch peacock bass, cichlids, largemouth bass. There you go. Ah, you. It's funny, I'm mad at him for not letting me catch him and kill him and eat him. But anyway, this little brown minnow has been extremely productive for me. Damn it. Oops, I'm gonna do that. Ah. Nah. Jeez. Man, they're hitting it and I'm just either missing the hook set or they're just not fully committing or something. Okay. Ow. All right, this is probably going to be our one. Or he's fighting pound for pound more than the other ones. Get you out of that grass. Okay. You, I'm sorry to say, my friend, have to come home with me. Sorry, buddy. There it is. Jeez, it's hard to find the brain. Okay. Sorry, buddy. All right. I would prefer to bleed this in the water, but since the gator is still around here somewhere, all right, I have to leave this here. So a lot of people will just leave their fish, don't forget my knife, to suffocate, and that is the worst to me. If you're going to take the life of an animal for your use, I think you have a duty to make it as quick and painless as you can. And as badly as I messed up, especially the first one, but even this one a little bit, finding the brain and getting it turned off is still better than it suffocating. So, and then the purpose of bleeding it is to get the blood coming out of the body where, you know, it can flavor the meat, and it's better for the quality of the meat if you can bleed it out. So. All right, mission accomplished. Yes, it's true what I've heard. These things are slimy. Don't tell my wife or she won't want to eat it. Let's go home, and when I come back to you, I'll either be cooking or have cooked. Okay, I think I've filleted 2 fish in my life, and it's been at least a year since then. So don't take this as a tutorial on how to do this. You know, I should probably wash this thing first because it's got a lot of grass on it.
Everything for you, don't I?
I know, right? It's tough being married to me.
Miss Bean, you're on camera. My little bean burrito. Baby peppers are nice.
Cool.
Ooh, that's tart. All right, kids, 1 second. Okay, cooking mama.
If this turns out to be the most amazing fish we've ever tasted and we love it, I need to remember to get 3.
Yeah. Change your bed sheet.
Thank you.
Put the new ones from Costco.
Brought to you by Costco. Probably should have warmed up my tortillas like you did.
Yeah.
Susan, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I like.
Yeah, I mean, it's fish on a taco.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I could say anything in particular about. Be nice, buddy. Oscar in particular, but I don't not like it, that's for sure.
And it doesn't taste muddy or anything.
Mm-mm. Plus it was free. 3 hours of fishing and however long it took to clean them, and
how much was your rod?
yeah. Let's not talk about that. So that's Catch, Clean, and Cook of Oscar, my first time trying it. Definitely will go get more of those. I probably should have maybe tried it a different way than overly flavored with all this other stuff, but it's great. I'm happy with it. So I hope you got something out of that. If you have questions or comments, post them in the comments section below. If you like this video, clicking like is always a big help. And if you want to see more stuff like this, please subscribe to this channel. You can also check out my other channel where I make real videos about sewing. Thanks for watching.